We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Do it live.
Yeah, man, let's jump right into it. This is gonna be a full Kendrick versus Drake show because there's so much things happening. Dude, I had to cut so many topics. But we're gonna start off with ScHoolboy Q because he received a message from the Canadian police, the COPO, and I'm just kidding. That he's not allowed to perform in Toronto because of his involvement with in the beef. Well, his the only thing that happened is that he showed his face in the video clip. He's not even involved, but hey, I guess they're gonna take they don't want another Rick Ross situation. RJ.
Yeah, man, it's always safety first. And I mean, you don't want Canada. Canada's always known as a like very great place with great people. And you don't want it to turn the reputation to, at least you don't want the reputation to get ruined by unnecessary incidents. So completely understand. Before we proceed with this topic, of course, guys, we want to remind you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification bell. Of course, rate the show by pressing the like button. Check us out on our other socials as well. And comment, let us know your thoughts and opinions on the topic we talk about. But yeah, man, KR. ScHoolboy
man.
Q.
ScHoolboy Q. He
Talked
announced
about him a bit last show. As you said. Oh, we didn't talk about him. We talked about Absol. We talked about Absol.
Yeah,
last time.
absolutely. Yeah.
And he
ScHoolboy
said
Q is
Absol
also
is
a
the
very good.
top of the
Yeah, ScHoolboy Q. ScHoolboy Q is a very good rapper. He's not on the level of Absol and Kendrick, but very good rapper. So I respect. I like majority of his albums so far. I've been following him since the early days, man. I've been following TDE since these guys dropped mixtapes, etc. So, but now we're here, and they so ScHoolboy announced via X the following: they just canceled my show in Toronto. Smiling emoji. Canadian police don't want nobody from TDE performing. This is one of this is one of only a couple of messages because it started with that one and he followed it up with these messages. Let me open it up real quick. That's the first one. He said, Top was just with Wayne and Baby, shaking my head. Party Next Door just had a show at the Palladium. That's in LA. If we wanted to get y'all, we would have just did it. Now when somebody get hurt, don't cry. He continued, actually, I get it. Never mind. This is low-key hilarious. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why why Dot put me in that effing video. What's too late now? Look at it. They took a picture of in the video. LMAO. Cancelled is all I could think about. You might have gotten Rick Ross. I don't think you know who I am. In fact, I do think a lot of you know who I am. I never said I'ma delete somebody. I'm saying if we wanted to crack it off, we would have shaken my head. Rap and move on. Playing tough, gonna get somebody hurt. It's all good. I'm a sucker dad. So this is well, the show has been canceled, man. Did you expect this?
I don't know if I expected it, but I can say that I'm surprised.
Yeah.
And contrary to LA police,
They're
Toronto, at
used
least
to.
Canada police is
Wait a
saying,
second.
Canada police,
Before you continue, LA police is used to rappers getting lit up in the city.
so that's what I'm saying, right? So that's where I wanted to go. Contrary to LA police, where they invite people from other cities and different groups
To find their
to get
casket.
God to do their job for them because God knows with all the defunding they can't. They can't afford to shoot a bullet. Shouldn't have used it like that. But but
Five
in
minutes in.
Canada, they're
Five
saying,
minutes in. You have to leave it to till 10. After 10, you can say something like that. Now they're
but
gonna.
In Canada, they're apparently saying, at least Toronto, they're apparently saying, "Now we don't want that. We support our boy. He sits at all of the Raptors games, courtside seats. So, nah, man, sorry, your money, your not your money, but your performance ain't good here."
Yeah. He's a big guy down there. So maybe he did a call. He called someone he knows. That called someone he knows. And then they pull this off. Or it's for the safety. Whatever it is, I don't think so. The question I would have liked to know if this would escalate because now we won't know. I don't think it would, but at this point, Drake is so desperate that he might just have someone pull up to that show. Because at this, I've seen a couple of pictures of him the last few days on Instagram. It's like, dude, you're trying to do too much. You're trying to do too much. You want to
Yeah,
say anything else about this, or this is over for you? This is
yeah. To me, yeah. I mean, we can move to the next segment
okay,
from here.
okay, okay. Well, good luck to Schoolboy Q. I have the response of Drake to this cancellation later in the show because he's always trolling. Gotta ask yourself, when does the trolling stop? Well, the trolling didn't stop because his home got flooded. Literally. You would think Canada, home of
Home of the what?
home
Home
of
of
the
the what?
crazy, home of the fans.
Oh, it's really flooding.
It's flooding, yes, because there was heavy rains in Canada, well, Toronto. So as you can see, he says this better be espresso martini. This is from himself. He shared it with everyone. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Is this karma for what he did, or what he was going to do by trolling Schoolboy Q? Is Kendrick the God raining on Toronto, or Rick Ross the God revenge?
Man. Yeah, it's a purely coincidence. I think it's good that Drake is showing it himself, so that he doesn't wait until Kendrick puts it on a track. 'Cause that would
Yeah,
be crazy.
that would be crazy. Nah,
I
but
don't think it's purely luck, or not even luck. It's bad luck actually. But yeah, I don't think Drake, for him it's fun, man. He can probably buy the house next door, so he's good.
he's good. He has a pretty big house, so I wonder if this is. I don't know if he has a basement, but that would have been a bit tough if he has a
Yeah.
studio downstairs.
Yeah.
Flooded. Well, it happens to be that Skills, you might know him, Matt Skills, the rapper, who also is from Philadelphia. He's from Philly, and he happened to be in Canada. Yeah, so Matt Skills happened to be in Canada at the same time this flood happened. And by the way, where is the? Now I can't find. Whoa! Now I can't find the. Yes, found it. Jeez, I don't know where that was for a second, but Matt Skills was in Canada, and he had the following to say: fair use.
I got a question. Maybe y'all can help me with this. I'm in Toronto the other day, just in Toronto, and I go to the mall. They got a huge mall. Go look at some sneakers, cop some kicks or whatever. I go to the mall, and I'm in the eating center, and I hear "Not Like Us" 4 times in 4 different stores in the mall. Right? I go eat that night.
Let's start with this one. 4 times in 4 different moments. So even in Toronto, they are bumping. Is Drake going to run up on that Spotify list they are playing?
So you're saying that
It's what he
4
said.
days. What? Yeah, he said
He said, yeah.
4. Yeah, look at you trying not to get run up on. I understand it, man.
I have J Prince on my back. I have Pirates on my back.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah, definitely pause. Pause on that one.
I
Definitely
was
pause
I
on
was
that one.
pausing because I didn't want you to get to the nudists, man.
No, the nudists are my friend. They're protecting me. The nudist
Man, but
mom.
so 4 nights in a row, they were playing it. They were playing,
I don't know. At the same day.
yeah,
That
the
same
same
moment.
day in
Yes.
Toronto.
I'm going to put it on repeat so you can hear it again.
I got a question. Maybe y'all can help me with this. I'm in Toronto the other day, just in Toronto, and I go to the mall. They got a huge mall. Go look at some sneakers, cop some kicks or whatever. I go to the mall, and I'm in the eating center, and I hear "Not Like Us" 4 times in 4 different stores in the mall. Right? I go eat that night at a restaurant, just random. I'm in the restaurant eating. I hear "Not Like Us." That's 5 times that I've heard this song in one day in the city.
In the city.
Yeah, I mean,
Hardest song in your own
it's
city.
a hard song, man. It's a hard song. Well, are you not gonna play it in Toronto? I don't think Drake's gonna do anything. It is what it is. He doesn't want artists to come in his city and play it, but you can't stop people from playing it.
Yeah, that's tough for him. Let's continue because it gets worse.
The next day, it rains in Toronto. It like floods. The whole city has a flood. The power goes out for like 2 3 hours. It's crazy. Drake posts on his story that his mansion got flooded. You see it or whatever. That night, I'm packing up, and I just got the news on, just local news. I'm watching the local news, and the caption, the headline story in the local news was "Not Like Us, Drake's mansion gets flooded." I ain't never seen nothing like this in a rapper's like hometown. Like, this is crazy. Like, Drake is he's the biggest rapper from Canada ever, and they trolling him on the new. Like, have y'all ever seen anything like this?
I haven't.
Well, in New York, it happens all the time, right? In the big cities, but then you have groups against each other, and
Yeah.
so then it's different.
It's New York
I don't
against New
think.
York. But
You know what I think it is, KR? We're living through the globalization, of the industry, the music industry. You hear now music, South African music. I'm a piano. It's like bumping all over the place right now. People are dancing or thinking that they're dancing to the moves they see.
they're moving.
And what?
They like to move it. They're moving.
Yeah, they think they are. So, and at a certain point, the borders aren't gonna matter as much. There's not gonna so the difference between Toronto and maybe the other side, It's not gonna be like the other side of the border. It's not gonna be that much of a difference, you know. NBA, you have a Canadian team in the NBA. You have a lot of Canadian artists, Canadian actresses in the US. So it's you do have a border, but it's not as clear. Furthermore, what I mean, I understand that Drake is from Canada, and of course, he is like the face of the Raptors right now. But what does he do for Canada that would make them loyal to him? I just think the people know it's a hard song and they're playing it.
Well,
They don't
that's
really feel like Drake is, you know, like they're proud to say Drake is a Canadian representing us. That's what I
well.
think.
I think after that song, even if they were proud, this man has embarrassed Toronto. How can you show up a little better like this? But anyway, you're right. You're right though. You're right. Can't say it's well, let's not go there. But the thing is this, right? We're dealing in a time. I do agree with you. We're dealing in a time where everything is globalized. People like to they like to ride waves. That's something that's clearly happening. I'm not saying that it's a good or bad thing that they're playing that song, but people love to stay on the wave as long as it's a wave, and I think that's clearly here the case. It's a hot song. People like it. The song went number one again, by the way, last week
Again, the same
after
song.
dropping. Yeah. After saying that, not like us. After dropping it rose in the rankings again. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a long summer for Drake. But yeah, it's people will continue riding that wave, and there's something Matt Skills also said. Shout out to him. Um, he said the kids haven't gone to school yet, and he's pointing out the colleges where people are gonna chant, do all these crazy stuff. Maybe have a band playing not like us. Yeah, I think we it's far from over. It's far from over. It's gonna end probably till the end of the year. Till at least Q beginning of Q4, I think. Beginning of Q4, I would
Yeah.
think. So that would be October.
So you
Which
you
which
think
would fit
to
which
and
would fit the
including
name, right?
October? What?
Which would fit the OVO, October's very own.
Yeah. That would be like a
No, all jokes aside. All jokes aside. um no, but you want to say ask me something?
that would be like not surprising, seeing as how everything is happening like almost like there's a divine intervention.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
By the way, the the flood happened on the 19th, and Drake trolling happened on the 18th, it seems. And you ask yourself, what did Drake do? Yes. So after the cancellation of that show, he started trolling on social media as he always does. And you ask yourself, what did he do? Well, let's take a look. And he posted this picture. It happens to be that Schoolboy Q has an album that's called Blue Lips. That's his latest album. Blue Lips. He also has a song on that album that's called Blue Slides.
Hmm.
He's wearing blue shoes. So this is the thing that Drake does. He's like we talked about it last week, right? He keeps trying to. I don't know if it's trolling or trying to bait people back into the beef, but he's
I
trying too
think
much.
it's.
He's
I don't think he's doing too much. I think he's doing right.
he's coping.
He's right.
Cope.
What?
Is it copium? Is he coping with the loss?
No,
Still
I
trying
think it's
to.
very. I think it's what he's doing is. What he's doing is you know how you catcall you catcall a woman,
No, I don't.
and
I don't.
I don't
And
either. But I'm just saying.
you're not gonna set me up to say yes either. So
But I'll compare it to catcalling in the sense that you will scream something and
what
95% of time
what
it
did you
won't
say?
work.
Cream or scream?
Scream.
Okay, okay, okay. Making sure just making sure.
Ah.
Don't be a fan out here, guys.
No, man, but I'm saying like your catcalling, you know that there's a 97% chance that it's not gonna work, but a 3% chance is like, it caught on. So it's a low risk, high reward type of thing that he's doing. It's just like he's not saying anything, he's not
Not
dissing,
this
he's just like the Canada Day, Happy Canada Day, when he was trolling Ricky Rose. Yeah, it's just light, it's just low risk with the possibility of getting a high reward.
another beef. Like getting beat up one time wasn't enough. Some people
Maybe.
are just like the embarrassment, man. So talking more about trolling, he also posted this video earlier this week, which says rap is a joke, and he's lying on the couch just like Kendrick was on his album cover. So basically, he's trying to say rap is a joke while acting like he's Kendrick on his. Just to give you an idea, Kendrick. Uh, oh well, it's not a cover. It's one of the pictures he took in the promo. Oh, it's an alternative album cover. It seems like. Let me see. Let me see. But yeah, give your opinion on this, RJ.
Like, yeah, Drake
Searching.
keeps trolling. I think that's, like I said, man, this is what he should do. I mean, it's a very smart tactic. First and foremost, because he doesn't need to pay a writer to write for him. Secondly, by doing this,
The other one.
yeah, by doing this, Kendrick can't rip. I mean, can't really record. Kendrick would seem desperate if he was to react right now, right? So if Kendrick was to drop another diss track, what is he gonna diss about? The fact that he's posting these subtle, passive aggressive posts. It's not really something, right? So he's attacking, but in a way that he's attacking like water. You can't really attack him back, and I think, to be honest, it's a smart move by Drake. That's the only thing he can do right now, because we don't know how many stocks Kendrick really has in stock.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I do think that this trolling, it seems to me, it seems a bit desperate though, because you're trying, you keep trying. It's like my question is Drake turning into the game? What do I
The
mean by
game.
that? The game always trolls. He's trying to bait people into beefs. Oh, he always seems desperate. When he did it with Rick Ross, we talked about it last week also. It's like he's trying to do so much and trying to get people into responding. It seems like a bit desperate to me, but you might be right as well. It's small jabs,
And he's not
which
really risking anything. He's
yeah,
not
he's
really
taking
rapping
no
because
risk.
if you rap, then you know that he's gonna lose. You know that, and maybe I mean, at this point, he can't really come back directly. So this is a good way to do it.
He comes back like a vagina.
Maybe. I mean, I can tell you like what, but there's nothing else he can do. I mean, what else can he do that will put him in a better position? That won't let Kendrick keep soaring on the charts. There's nothing else he can do. By the way, a majority of the things that so he can't really react to Kendrick that much, right? He's reacting to Rick Ross. He's reacting to um
Everyone.
Schoolboy Q. He's
Yeah.
reacting to a lot of people, but he can't really react to Kendrick directly. The only way he can do
Also
it
Blended,
is
by the way.
indirectly.
Yeah. Oh,
Throw
but
throw the stone and go and hide.
hide the hand, man. This is, but it's always been. People act crazy when rappers respond. They act like the thing is this, and I think that's something that people have talked about in other shows as well. Is that usually how he beefs is, well, he doesn't beef. He mentions things that the person who he's talking to knows, but others don't. So if you respond, you'll look crazy. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
how he works, man. Hey, let's wrap this section up. As we always do in the Double Thought show, we have the Reddit section. And when with the
Yeah.
Reddit section, RJ always has a Reddit topic that might be interesting. Let us know what the topic is today.
Yeah. So this Reddit segment, and guys, before we proceed, remember remember to subscribe. Yo, I guess this outfit is beginning to become your trademark Reddit outfit. But before we proceed, guys, remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Check us out on our other socials and comment. Let us know your thoughts on the situation we're gonna talk about right now. Right? So a guy is asking whether he's wrong for letting the girlfriend split the costs of the hotel. Before I proceed, I just
Hey,
want you
I'm
to
gonna shut mouth. I'm gonna shut my mouth.
yeah, no. I mean, maybe you already have a first thought. Do you have like a first thought? What do you
Yes, I
think?
have. I have a
Yeah,
first
I just
one.
want to hear your first thought now before I tell the story because your thought might change after the story. So, but what's your first thought?
Unless she's bossing him around, it's a good deal. If he paid for the flight and she's paying half of the hotel, well,
Okay, well,
nothing wrong. It's a partnership, they say, right? But people always talk these days about be wanting to be in a partnership, and then when
okay,
you are in a partnership, they say you're cheap, and when you pay for everything, they say you're financially, uh, uh, um, um, well, can I use that word? Yeah, it's 29 minutes abusing. So
okay. So this is the story.
okay,
So I recently took my girlfriend Emily. So it's like quote. It's not Emily, but just for
yeah,
the
yeah.
sake of the story, on a weekend trip to a popular beach town. I booked a nice hotel room for us to enjoy a romantic getaway. Everything was great until the second night when Emily invited her two friends, Laura and Kate, to hang out with us. She didn't tell me they were coming, and I was a bit surprised, but went along with it. Things got even more awkward when they decided to crash in our hotel room because they didn't pay for their own. I was annoyed, but didn't cause a
What did
scene.
you expect? But
The
okay.
room was cramped with 4 people, and it definitely wasn't the romantic getaway I had planned. The next morning, I told Emily I wasn't comfortable with her friends staying for free and that I felt they should chip in for the room. Emily got defensive and said it was rude to ask them for money since they're her friends. I argued that it was unfair for me to cover the entire cost when I only planned for the 2 of us, and she invited them without consulting me. Emily eventually asked Laura and Kate if they could help with the cost. They were taken aback but agreed reluctantly. However, Emily was still upset with me saying I embarrassed her in front of her friends and that I should have just let it go. When we got back home, Emily told our mutual friends what happened. And now some of them think I was being unreasonable and cheap. Others think I had a point and that Emily should have asked before inviting her friends to stay.
The
So,
man had plans to. He paid that. He paid that hotel to clap your cheeks, Emily. He didn't pay hotel to invite no friends. So that's why you have to pay. That's the only reason. He saw his cheeks clapping go down the drain. But if he was a dirty guy, he would have clapped the cheeks with the friends in the room. That would have made them awkward. But okay. Not saying that's a good thing, by the way, because you might get labeled a fan after that one. But and I'm talking about the Kendrick type of fan. Not
yeah.
the one he said in the Not Like Us
Yeah.
song. But yeah, that's a bit crazy. He
So,
had plans. He had plans.
yeah.
His plan was clear. I'm paying this hotel. I'm gonna clap the cheeks in a different room, different scenario, and now comes their annoying friends.
Yeah. So what I'll say is the following, KR. When you read the caption, it sounds like it's a 50-50 thing, right? So you would think he just said, hey, let's go to a hotel room and we split the cost.
Yeah,
But from the story, you gather that he paid everything up
yeah,
front. I wasn't
yeah.
planning to charge.
No,
Okay. Now, she invited her friends. You didn't want them to pay.
who?
Why didn't you pay for your friends?
Oh, you mean the girl?
Yeah, Emily could have said, no, we can't ask them to pay because I invited them. So let me pay the 50%. But she said, nope,
I'll move it
they
past that.
pay, but I don't pay.
These friends, man. With friends like that, dude.
And I think as
I
a
know, I already
boyfriend, you
know
need to
where
ask
this is
yourself
going.
whether or not this is your girlfriend. Because if you book
There
hotel room with a girl,
are people like that. There are people like that. There are really
no,
people like that.
yeah,
There are people like that, RJ. Just believe me. There are people that are inconsiderate. This is a person that sees this guy as a chump. I think.
but I don't understand one thing here.
Tell me.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that means you're not attracted to him. Because if you as a girlfriend are not attracted to the boyfriend, if you were attracted, you wouldn't want them to be there unless you're into some freaky things, right? But you wouldn't want them to be there because you're attracted and you want to have like a moment of romance and intimacy with your boyfriend.
He didn't tell her the truth.
What?
He didn't tell her the truth when he confronted her.
What was the truth?
I'm here to clap your cheeks.
I think it speaks for itself, right? You have book a hotel room.
And if your friends are here, that means that I gotta clap their cheeks too. Or they have to pay. It's either or. But if you say that, now you're the weirdo. Now you're the bad boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems very weird to me, and it's to me it's like a red flag. The guy
It's a
just
red
need
flag.
to never mind it,
Definitely
because
a red
if she was really into him, she wouldn't have done that.
this is they see him like as a chump. Well, maybe
Yeah,
no, but some people are just, how can I say it? Some people are just inconsiderate when it comes to these situations
yeah.
because their friends is. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Her friends are the same as her because all if you're a friend and then you think it's cute to jump in the hotel for free, but mind you, they I don't know, did they fly somewhere? Or they drive somewhere?
That doesn't say. They just went
They showed up.
outside. Yeah,
Let's
they
say it
traveled to get
wasn't
to
in the
where they are. I don't know how
backyard.
how
It
long.
wasn't in the backyard. Let's say they traveled with a car or even with the airplane. They showed up knowing that they're not gonna pay for the room, that they don't have a room. That tells you already what type of people these people are. I'm sorry. I can't take these people serious. First of all, is this your best friends? If this is your best friend, you're a reflection of your best friends. It's go only.
Yeah, the first comment says, "Run. This girl
Yeah.
is pumping for cash and trying to take her friends along for the ride." I'd
Yeah.
have to say no to the second. I'd have said I would have said no the second those two gals showed up. Hey, I planned for a romantic getaway. What are they doing here? She made this situation so any awkwardness has to. She she caused this situation so any awkwardness has to fall on her. Don't protect her from the situation she created. But I also think you asking for money is your way of expressing discontent, and I think you could be more direct. I do agree with that.
Who?
Yeah, man, the boyfriend should have been direct. It was very
In what
passive
way?
aggressive. What?
In what way? In
Just
my way?
saying the way the first person who commented said, immediately say, why are they here? Immediately ask. This is a romantic
You
getaway.
let them in. This is crazy. You let
Yeah.
them in the room.
Another person saying, and from what you said, you were the one paying for this hotel room, not your girlfriend. Lara and Kate aren't your friends; they're Emily's, so they're getting to stay in a hotel room your off of your dime, not hers. I personally feel super uncomfortable sharing a hotel room with the friends of my girlfriend when my intention and plan was to just have romantic time with my girlfriend. I'm not sure how long you've been dating, but frankly, Emily's decision to invite them without consulting you and subsequent decisions and reactions to them staying in the hotel room with you were disrespectful. She's more concerned about being embarrassed, a situation she put on herself, than she is you not being taken advantage of. I don't want to suggest breaking up, but keep her behavior and reaction in mind for the future.
It's
Hey,
already done. It's already
basically
done.
what we were saying. It's a red flag. I
It's already
think
done.
it's I think it's done.
The one thing I do know is that when you set a certain level, because I don't know how long they've been dating, right?
It
If
doesn't
you
say.
if you've been you've said already, you've showed already a level of how to. The fact she's doing this tells me a lot about what she thinks about how you've communicated to each other already in the past. Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
I don't think there's any saving in this. Because then
No.
you have to change everything around. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, not
Rules has
only
already
that.
been set in the
Not
beginning of a
only that. You know
relationship.
what I'm thinking might be a situation, but we would need more context. Another situation would be that this would have been the first time that they would have been romantic with each other. Because it doesn't say their age, but I can imagine like if you're a bit younger and the guy invites you to a hotel room, you're like, oh no, how do I say no? I'll just invite my friends because I don't wanna, I don't know.
Are you saying that we are reading a Drake Reddit right now?
What did you say?
Are you saying we are reading a Drake Reddit right now? Because then I
Oh, no,
think we should shut down this section right away.
no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying. No, no, I'm not saying.
Because the only way, I'm not
No,
saying,
sometimes you have like you have people who are active from a young age and people who are active later on.
yeah, that is true.
And people are active later on, so you might get 20, 21, 22, but they have little
Mm.
experience. So it's not like they don't have the experience and um you
It
know what I'm
doesn't
saying? It's
seem
like
like
the first time and
it
yeah.
doesn't seem like someone. 22. Would I? Do people pay for hotels when they are 22 for others? And they fly with their parents a lot of times. They might have some money. Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy to think about. The guy is lost. The fact he has to ask credit as well. You're done, bro. You're done. But maybe they'll be happily married. Well, happily married for 50 years. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
She might be able to turn it around.
Nah, it's okay with this. It's you know as good as I do that this ain't gonna this
I'm trying to give it a light. Trying to light it up because it seems like I'm always the down. I like to speak the truth, but the truth doesn't connect with everyone. Some people want to believe in fairy tales. I'll give
yeah,
them the. What did I once told you? I ask people sometimes, do you want the truth or do you want a nice story?
yeah.
I'll give
You
you
can only
both.
show them the door.
I can always show you the door. You have to choose.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
Hey
never
guys,
thought about that.
let us know your thought. What?
I never thought about that aspect of how I think, but that's
Yeah,
true. I show
yeah.
people doors.
Guys, let us know your thoughts. Do you think that he should pay? He should have paid. Do you think that he was wrong for asking Emily to pay? Should Emily have paid? Let us know your thoughts and opinions on this subject. With that being said, wait. We can proceed to the next segment.
Yeah, so for the second part of the show, we're gonna talk about first of all Dr. Umar. Because believe it or not, Dr. Umar had a couple of
Prince of
things.
Pan Africanism is involved in this, KO?
I knew you were gonna do that. Can you repeat it? When I saw this, I knew that that's the first thing I thought you were gonna do. Prince, how
The
is it?
Prince of Pan Africanism has an opinion
He has an
on
opinion
Kendrick
on
versus
Drake
Drake.
and Kendrick. So he had two videos. I'm gonna start with the first one because this is getting crazy. Anyway, fair use.
Canada. Yesterday morning with some good brothers from Toronto, Canada. Shout out to brother Alex and my other brother who came down from Canada to interview the Prince of Pan Africanism yesterday before the Source of Knowledge book giveaway. And one of the concerns that they brought up to me as a Pan Africanist, as the leading Pan Africanist, as the Prince of Pan Africanism, they said, Dr. Umar, and I'm paraphrasing, the good brothers brought it to
He said it, Prince of Pan Africanism.
Mm-hmm.
my attention that Kendrick Lamar's song, They Not Like Us, was interpreted by many American Africans to mean that African Canadians are not African, that African Canadians are not African, that
I don't think that's how they interpreted it, Dr. Umar Johnson. I think you're stretching it, Dr. Umar Johnson.
I'll continue. I don't have to say anything. If you really, first of all, you gotta be smoking on something to say what he just said. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm gonna say something anyway. I'm gonna. So he's saying that African Americans say by saying they're not like us, they are saying that the Canadian Africans of African Canadians are not African. Let me tell you something. This might come as a harsh truth. None of you are Africans. All of you are Northern Americans. You're not born in Africa. You might look like an African, but you're not an African. But okay. But
Is Dr. Umar is he is he like a direct descendant of Africa?
he's
So
a
is he like
direct.
Nigerian or something?
I've heard that he's what's the Marcus Garvey, right?
Like a descendant of Marcus Garvey?
I'm not sure about that part, but Umar Johnson. Let me see. Early life, Johnson, book, speaker, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, can't find anything. Not sure. Anyway, does it matter? It doesn't. This man is talking cuckoo stuff at this moment. Because
I don't think anyone
ain't no one in this world thought. First of all, they're talking about the OVO camp. The whole song is about OVO. No one is thinking about Canadians at all, unless you're Canadian in OVO. And then they're talking about they're not like us because they are fans. That's what they're talking about. But hey, he needs content, right? He needs content. So let's give him the space to create content. Fair use.
African Canadians are not African. Let me say this to the entire African diaspora. Let me say this to the American African and the Canadian African.
What I always think is funny with him is that he repeats stuff like I'm retarded. Listen what he does. He does with almost every sentence.
Let me say this to the American African and the Canadian African. Let me say this to the American African and the Canadian African.
Continue.
We are one people. We are one family. We have one common ancestry. We have one common origin. We have one common source. We are the original people. My American Africans, don't you alienate yourself from Canadian Africans. Canadian Africans, don't you alienate yourself from the American African. We are one family. We are the North American Africans. I said, if you are a Mexican African, a North American African, or a Canadian African, we are collectively the North American Africans. United we stand, divided we fall. My Canadian brothers and sisters, they are my—
That's enough. That's enough. No, I don't think it's a bad thing what he says, but RJ, for the first
I
video.
think it is bad what he said because he's creating a narrative that
Out of
I mean,
nowhere, yes. But the
yeah,
second
it has
part,
nothing to do. He didn't. Kendrick didn't attack Canada. Kendrick didn't attack Canadian, African Canadians, African Americans. No, he was talking about OVO, like you said. But he needs to fit it in his message. But it's a bit of a stretch because no one understood it like that. I bet you no one did. No one interpreted it as a US versus Canada beef either. No one interpreted it as a US rappers versus Canadian rappers either. It was purely and directly targeted at OVO, Drake and OVO.
this man has to focus on his school. At this point, I'm tired of watching him talk about stuff like this. I mean, come on, bro.
You know what the thing is, KaiR? A lot of things he says, I agree with.
I don't disagree with a lot of things he says, but you
But
gotta
when he
focus, my man.
it's when he goes to this, he always makes this extra step, right? He takes this extra step. He always reaches to fit this Pan-Africanism. And for those of you who don't know, Pan-Africanism is basically, or at least from what I understand, the movement to create like a bond between all descendants of the African diaspora, or at least the African diaspora. So you want to create a bond. So that's what he's saying. But you can say that he could have, KaiR, just said, guys, remember, we're all Africans. We all have African blood. We're mixed race. There's the rich in our culture, but we have that root. Let's not beef with each other. Let's unite. Kendrick, my brother. Drake, my half brother. Stop doing.
Drake
Stop.
is the Drake is the. Oh, continue.
They could have done. He could have talked it. Approached it like that. And if he had done so, it would have been completely different. It's like from a place of love and let's build, create a bond. But he started with a statement that is not correct, saying that a lot of people thought that the song meant that there's a difference between African Canadians and American African Americans and African Canadians, which is entirely not true. And if you start wrong, it will remain wrong.
He followed.
just-
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted to say something, but I think. Let's continue watching the video. Let's see what he has.
Yeah.
What else he has to say.
You are a enemy of the Pan-African struggle. Now, I don't know if my brother Kendrick
Fair
Lamar,
use.
who I love and respect, I don't know if my brother Kendrick Lamar, who I love and respect, I don't know if my brother Kendrick Lamar intended to alienate all African Canadians, all Canadian Africans. I did not think that was his intent. I did not think that that was Kendrick Lamar's intent. I did not think that that was Kendrick Lamar's intent. I believe Kendrick Lamar was simply going at Drake for the beef. I did not think that the song They Not Like Us was a shot at all African Canadians. So I'm going to ask my brother Kendrick Lamar, can you please clear that up? I'm going to ask my brother Kendrick Lamar.
But
I
that's a
don't-
tactic,
it-
right? So it's a tactic of
it's a
repeating
4-minute
things.
It's a 4-minute video. If he stopped repeating every sentence 6 times, it would have been a 1-minute video.
But that he said it just to, that's like a tactic to, repeat so things stick. Repeat so it's, so if you repeat it 3 times, it sticks. The chances
Yes,
of it
I know.
sticking
I don't want it to stick.
with you
I don't want it to stick.
is higher. If you repeat it 3 times, you emphasize it more. The message has more strength. So that's why he's doing it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I know the tech. I know the strategy. I don't want it to stick. Just say it one time. Maybe you should finish up that school he's building.
I saw somewhere that he's doing it, and it's happening. So he
That's
said
good
that
to
they're currently looking for people to I think tile workers or something. I don't know. So he's doing it in phases. And
in phases. Okay. When school is done, we won't need
he
schools
said
anymore.
something to that he said something to that extent on the Breakfast Club. That's why I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, he was on the Breakfast Club last week. I saw a snippet. Let's put it this way. But hey, by the time he finish up that school, he's gonna be 80. Let's see what he has to do, because he had also things to say about Drake. Don't get it twisted. He's talking about Drake, and he's asking Drake to follow. Fair use. By the way, I know what I wanted to say. I know what I wanted to say. Drake, because let's go back. Dr. Umar is known for putting pressure on men that love snow bunnies. Drake is the result of that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. That's stronger than saying it 3 times because you kept remembering. What did he say? What did he say? But okay, that's another strategy. But okay. But why is now he's gonna ask him the following. Listen up.
And for my brother Drake, I need you to clarify whether or not you are a black man. Some people are claiming my brother Drake, who I love and respect.
So based on the first 10 seconds alone, he's asking a man who's clearly biracial to choose a side. Are you a black man or you're a white man? That's what he wants him to answer. No, he's a biracial guy. He's from 2 different cultures. Chances are, the question is, I know what he's trying to ask, but he doesn't want to ask it.
Are you siding with this side, or are you siding with this side, or are you siding with this side?
No, that's not what he wants to ask. He wants to ask, did he grew up and does he have the same values? Or does he have a different value?
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
I mean, it's mixed, man. And
That's
mixed
what he's
people know
trying.
that
I'm not
it's
saying that. I'm not trying to do that. Ask him anything.
I
because
know.
I have family members that are mixed.
Yeah.
So, it's two. It's two. You cannot try to pressure someone to choose a side. Well, are you stupid?
Yeah.
Very
The answer is yes.
unreasonable.
That was the
Very
answer, by the way. Yeah.
Which one?
Are you
Which
stupid? Yeah.
Are you answering for him as well these days?
No, man.
Let's hold that.
My brother Drake, who I love and respect, some people is claiming that you embrace a mixed race identity, that you do not embrace a black first identity.
Should we continue watching this video? This man is mixed race. What do you expect him to? This is why I said sometimes I agree with this guy, sometimes I don't.
You know what it is? So about being mixed, but so I'm mixed, but I'm mixed with 2 mixed parents, with 2 mixed. So you have like mixes. So
Yeah.
there comes a point in time where you are born and because people want to do this, put you on one side or the other. It's difficult to create an identity. And not only that, because I have black, right? So if I go to black, some blacks will say, yeah, but you're really black, you're light skinned. Or nah, you look like a. Then you go to this side, they'll say, no, man, but you're not. I'm not gonna
Kevin
say
Gates.
what
They
race
called you Kevin Gates
say.
last week.
What?
They called you Kevin Gates last week.
Did they? Did they call me? Are you saying? Come on, man.
I'm not light skinned, so this is, who do you think they called Kevin Gates? They said in the comments.
I didn't see that one.
They said in the comments Kevin Gates. I think something Kevin Gates. I'm dark skinned, so I'm pretty sure that they are referring to you. So maybe you're
Is Kevin
Indian as
Gates the
well.
spiritual one.
As long as you don't start performing like this guy is doing these days on this show, I'm okay with.
I need to check it out, man. Yeah, just go.
No,
Yeah,
but continue your point.
while you're
Sorry,
talking,
my
I'm
bad.
gonna check it out.
No, but you were making a point. Now you're trying to
Yeah, I
search
was
for it.
making a point, which is that the mixes even if, so let's say you say I want to belong here. Let's say you pick a side. That same side will tell you you're not really, you don't really belong on this side.
Really.
So they want your loyalty, but when it's time to get the backup, they'll tell you, yeah, but you're actually light skinned, or yeah, well, actually, so it's like it's a lose lose.
It's a lose-lose.
So it's
In
easier
general,
if you're like, and even KR, man. I know people who are Africans, descend from, so Africans that came to the States, and there are like three generation Africans. So just Africans and Africans living in the state, but they identify with African American more than they identify with Africans, because like they're like the third generation. And I'm like, yeah, but I have a completely different story, like a completely different history. What are you talking about, man? But a person like that might be accepted as a African American faster than someone who has like 7 generations of American mix, because they will look at the outcome. So the
they
outcome,
pull
what
out
is
the proud paperback. They pull out the proud paperback. Oh, you're too light. I'm sorry.
any case?
Wasn't
Uh,
it? There was a basketball player who looks really white, and then he was doing an interview, and he used the N word, and they say you can't say the N word, and then he called his dad. He asked that, Dad, can I say the N word? His dad is black. He said, yes. You're an N word. Yeah. So it's the lines are starting to blur. You got to ask yourself, the lines are blurring. That's one thing that's for sure that's happening right now. So the question
yeah.
is, are you gonna keep holding on to? And this is the problem. A lot of times, people keep watching. Skin folk, I think this how they say it, skin folk are not kinfolk. Just because someone has the same color of skin doesn't mean they have the same values. You have to find people that have the same values rather than have people that have the same color of skin. Because just because someone has the same color of skin doesn't mean that they are your friend. But yeah, man. Hey, let's continue with the next topic. Not like us turned into a video game. Let's start first of all with this. Someone thought it's a good idea to create this. Ali Graham. Fair use. All the scenes. The Ferrari. All the scenes. It doesn't stop. Yes, and now it stops. Oh, my ears. Another guy also thought it's a good idea to actually create. That was a video, by the way, which looks great. Sounds great. All the scenes from the video. So good content right there. But someone actually made a not like
Yeah.
us video game. Let's take a look. The disclaimer said no owls were harmed during the making of this game. Marcus Brown, Richie Branson coexist game. Shout out to them. Let's try it out. It says play now. You gotta swing. You gotta swing. So I missed. So if you miss, you gotta try again.
Or you're playing this in real time.
Yeah. Anyway, go try it out. It's on notlikeuSgame.com. Very fun game. You might be able to slap. Okay, why doesn't it respond? Oh, now it should respond. What the heck? What the heck? It's a bit too much. My stuff is. Yo, why doesn't it stop? Yo, what the heck? Now it stops. Let me close the screen. Anyway, last few topics of today, RJ. Let's go right into the short thoughts.
Yes.
As we always do.
Yeah, let's talk a bit more about the lighter topics. But before we proceed with that, of course, guys, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, check us out on our other socials, and don't forget to comment, let us know your thoughts and opinions as well. Like the video for the algorithm. What do you have today
Two
for
very
us?
short thoughts. UK's cheeks clapping female prison guard speaks out. Let me take a. Where is that? Where is that? Here she is. Here she is. Here she is. She speaks out. By the way, just to go back, we have covered this story like 2 weeks ago, where it was revealed that she was getting her cheeks clapped by an inmate, and which resulted in her getting fired, but also getting arrested. So she will go to court over this because she was giving the cheeks. Imagine giving the cheeks and having to go to court for giving up the cheeks. Life can be hard for some people.
Yeah, that's a felony right there.
Is that a felony, actually?
Oh no, but I mean, getting your cheeks clapped, and you know what the funny thing is? She got her cheeks clapped, and she's the suspect in the case. She's the defendant, so she's twice a victim. This is double a victim.
Well,
Double the victim.
let's see what she has to say, because she's speaking out.
I just thought I really needed to come on here and clarify a lot of things. First thing being, there has been a lot, and I mean a lot, a tremendous amount of fake profiles of me that have been monetizing off of my misfortune, the scandal that the entire world has somehow managed to be involved in. I have not monetized one fucking bit at all. This is my only social media platform, and I only just activated it again. So if you do come across fake profiles of me asking for money, please don't fall for it. There's been a lot of GoFundMes and fake OnlyFans accounts that are not me. And I do apologize if you have fallen for it. I honestly, but from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. But I really want to clarify that this is my only social media account, and I just came back on. On the topic of impersonation, I thought it very important for me to address this very distasteful subject of OnlyFans creators impersonating, pretending to be me, and recreating the scenario of said scandal, which I am involved in. Very, very distasteful for you to monetize or advertise yourselves as me for OF content. It does interfere with my trial, but furthermore, it is incredibly distasteful. Please, if you are an OF creator, refrain from tagging said prison. We all know the name of the prison. Please refrain from tagging HMP Wandsworth on your stupid videos. There are other jails in the world. You don't have to pretend to be me. It's very distasteful. Thank you. And lastly, I wanted to tell you all that you do not know my side of the story. The media has a great way of getting a narrative and twisting it for its own benefit. The media love any story to be salacious and sensational, and they sensationalize everything. You don't know my side of the story, and we'll leave it as that for now. Actually, no, whilst I'm here, and this also has to be addressed, whilst I'm here, You don't know who has you. You don't know who your real friends are until shit hits the fan. Honest to God. Family, friends.
Yeah, so she's now saying she has her own side of the story, and also you cannot choose your friends. Well, you have to choose your friends and family carefully. Well, family you can choose, so I think that's already off the table. And yeah, she's saying now she has her side of the story. RJ.
So my question is, what is she mad about? Because she obviously was okay being taken down while looking at the camera, knowing that there are security cameras as well. So what is she actually mad about? Seems like she's mad about the fact that other people are monetizing.
She's mad.
What side of the story can she? I mean, does it really matter what her side of the story is?
Well, in court it does. Unless,
Yeah.
well, if she's trying to tell a different, a particular story, I think she's gonna tell. Because
No, you think so? You think nah, man? You think so?
Mhm.
That's not gonna fly, man.
She's gonna try it at least.
She's gonna try it, of course,
She's
but it's
gonna
not gonna
try it.
fly though.
Not pressure, threats.
Yeah, I know. I know what that's what you're referring to, but I'm just saying it's not gonna fly. It can fly, KR. How can it?
Let's see. Let's see. I have a different for you than you. I think
I believe in the system. I believe in law.
yo, we need to
I
cut
love
that.
law. Shout out to
We need to cut that.
shout out to Charleston White, man.
Shout out to Charleston White. Yeah, I don't know. I truly believe that that's how they're gonna defend this. I truly believe.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't. RJ, they convicted. Well, not convicted. They sided on you. We're talking about UK, right? UK. When you remember Johnny Depp, Depp's case went first to UK, and then it went to America.
Yeah.
In UK, he lost that case. In America, he won it. So I wouldn't put it past them to get this out of the way as well.
Yeah. You might be
Which
right.
means if it doesn't get even any time, I think more people will get their cheeks clapped on the open, and then say, "I've been threatened.
Yeah.
I've been put under pressure." Hey, man.
Could
Crazy
be.
times we live in. Crazy times we live in. You want to say something as closing, as a lawyer?
May the law prevail. I love law.
Iman Shumpert does Instagram skit after divorce settlement. Hey man, Iman is having fun after a terrible situation, but hey, you gotta make the best out of everything. Fair use.
Hold on, man. What's happening? Hold on, man. What's happening? You gave that lady $1 million, man. Hey, what's happening? You can't afford to come off. What's happening? Hey, man, shorty. Repo, man. Y'all overdoing it. Everything, bro. Everything. Everything.
Everything. I don't know if you heard about the how much what Tiana got.
I read it. I don't remember what it was.
Okay, I can play it.
Fulton
Fair use.
County ruled that Tiana gets to keep 4 of their main properties worth about $10 million. Iman has to make a one-time payment of $1 million. Iman also has to pay $8,000 a month in child support for their girls, Rue and Junie, and cover
Wait.
all school fees.
800,000 a month?
No, 8,000, I think. That's what I
Oh,
heard.
okay, 8,000 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
Tayana's keeping a bunch of cars, including a Maybach, a Mercedes Sprinter, a tour bus, and her favorite, the Bronco. She's also holding on to her businesses, TaylorMade and Auntie's Looks. Like Tayana came out with a big win.
Who was? Did he have lawyers?
Yo, it's crazy. Yeah.
Then
Well,
again, I think it's.
I
I think
think
it's not that much because it's $11 million. The one-time payment, 11 million, which for him, I would think he has more. And
He has
then
more.
he's done with alimony. Only thing that he would need to pay is child support, which amounts to almost 100K a year,
Yeah.
just below 100K. So it's not really that. For us, man, there wouldn't be a double thought show if
That would be yeah. That would be a tough show. But
Yeah.
but it tells me also if he has to, I'm not sure what they have in the prenup, of course, but she get if well, I cannot speak out because I don't know what's in their prenup. I would assume he has a prenup. I hope he has one. He has one. But we know these basketball players are sometimes not 100% up there.
Yeah. No, I mean 4,000. I mean, yeah, 11,000, 11 million in one time. It's. I don't think it's that
Four
bad.
properties, 4 cars. But
Yeah,
he's making a joke out of it, so it's not hurting him at all.
Yeah. No, I think.
Or he's playing tough, and in 2 years we'll hear another
Or
story.
or this is the first, or maybe this is the first. Maybe it's going the country Wayne route, and this is the first video, the first skit.
Hey, you got to make the money some way, right?
Yeah, and if it works, why not?
Why not? I mean, you have to pay 8,000 a month, so you have to cover it some way.
Yeah.
I don't know what he
Yeah,
does.
I mean, Iman
Does he have
Shumpert
a
is
podcast?
also. I think he has a podcast.
Okay, good for him.
He's still moving in the content creations world, so he's probably getting his money here and there.
Good.
What I do think, however, is that for the people who I'm thinking about right now, when I'm looking at this situation, are the likes of Jalen Greens, who at a young age are in a relationship, or not even in a relationship, but they have like a baby mama, 40-year-old, 41-year-old baby mama, who is known to be a a fan. And I don't know if they're prepared for what's to come. No pun
What's her
intended.
name again? Forgot her name. Drea Michelle.
Drea Michelle, right?
He's gonna keep paying. She's 39, so he's gonna keep paying child support if they break up until she's 50. Just think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not a problem, right? The biggest problem, the biggest issue for me is that, hey, this guy's a young guy, and you could have built a family. Look at, for example, LeBron. Look at Steph. They have like families, and well, I mean, it's a choice you make. In this case, he impregnated
It's not a choice if she clutches you.
What?
It's not a choice if she clutches you with her legs.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened.
Trying to pull out, and then she clutches you like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Anything else you want to say about it?
No, I'm good with Iman. I'm wishing him all the luck, And just remember, I don't know who said it. Someone said, I can make it back. Was it Ben Hart? I can't remember. Something, you can make it back. Make the money back. The 11 million you lost. Hey, take it as a as a lesson, and try to make it back. And have fun with it. Keep making skits. Keep making skits about paying with 11 million.
Yeah,
Tom,
it's gonna be okay with him. It's gonna be okay. Just need to watch out he doesn't catch alopecia. Guys, thanks for tuning in to today's show. Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comment section below. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Check us out on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Keep it civil. We'll see each other in the next one. Until next time.
Summertime. Summertime.
I love Lord.
I'm bald.